loss of innocence.
That's how I felt when I got my period.
Same. That's why when I got boobs, I was like, no, go back in. No.
I cried when I got my period because I was just like, oh man, I just knew adulthood was going to be a real pain in my ass.
Yeah.
And it is.
Welcome to Guys We
Hello, human beings of planet Earth. If you're listening from not America, help us. We need help. Oh, Jesus. Welcome to another exciting episode of GWF.
It's the podcast you love to listen to.
I love that tagline.
I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome to our show.
Welcome to the Musketeers, everybody.
I think we should start singing, like, remember when you used to go into FEO Schwartz and it would be like, welcome to our world. Welcome to our show.
That the world loves to listen to.
I think that would be fun. I loved that tree.
Yeah. FAO Schwartz. I'm glad I got to go in there once in my lifetime.
Oh, it's a fun place.
Do you guys want to email us? Well, you should. It's sorryaboutlastnightshow@gmail.com. Today's subject line, I sell my stinky socks and my boyfriend hates it. Should I stop?
No, do it more.
No, do more because he hates it.
Just in spite of him.
Yeah. Love. Hi, Corinne, Krystyna, and Eric. Luminary subscriber here who loves the show, has been listening since the beginning. I am in a wonderful and fulfilling relationship. Are you? He is hot, handy, intelligent, hilarious, great in bed, and obsessed with me.
I like the handy part.
Yeah, I like the obsessed with you part. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it does sound pretty nice, actually. I am 30, he's 31. He also has a foot fetish. I have delighted in exploring this with him, and it's been very fun learning just how to get his gears going. Oh my God, I wish I could date a guy with a foot fetish. What a simple way to turn him on. Just take out your fucking foot. He paints my toenails for me, rubs my feet. Sounds great.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about dating a foot fetish guy. They love rubbing your feet.
Wow.
Ugh.
And lavishes me with attention. It makes sex extra pleasurable for me too. Y'all ever have a man suck on your toes while he's inside you? No, I haven't.
I have.
Wait, how do you do that?
I don't love the toe sucking.
It's yeah.
I don't like
when
the
you put
feeling
your
of your
hand-
toe being wet.
Yeah, I hate wet legs.
I don't want a wet sock.
Like when you put your hands in like a spaghetti on Halloween.
Yeah.
Your mom's like, "What's this?"
I don't like a wet toe.
I don't like a wet toe either, man. It's underrated as hell. Single ladies out there, give a foot fetish guy a chance. I mean, I will like that. I would, yes. Now the problem. I work as a CNC mechanic. CNC stands for computer numeric controlled in this instance, not the sexy version of that abbreviation, LOL, for 40 hours per week. I wear steel toe boots, and being that I also have hyperhidrosis, overactive sweat glands like Chrissy Teigen.
I like that you have to say like Chrissy Teigen to make it hot.
Not thought of Chrissy Teigen.
I didn't know she had that.
My socks get pretty sweaty at the end of a 10-hour shift. Don't ask me how it happened. Truly, I don't even quite know myself. But I found myself on a side of Reddit I've never seen before, and was introduced to a whole new subgenre of foot fetish: men who love stinky, sweaty feet. In parentheses, my boyfriend is not one of those folks. He loves my feet when they're clean and fresh and not stinky or dirty. I was diagnosed with hyperhidrosis when I was 12 years old. I've always been had sweaty feet and armpits. After falling down the rabbit hole for sweaty, stinky feet, I realized something crazy. I could be selling my socks to these dudes. I could have been selling my socks to these dudes for a decade. Yeah. Socks from when I played college sports, or socks from the job, which I've had for 5 years. Here, I've been washing them every day. When there is someone out there willing to pay up to $190 for a pair of my socks, they pay you more to wear them for multiple days in a row. I mean, at your service, gentlemen, sign me up. Fucking pay for my wisdom tooth extraction with that. I decided to start doing this without consulting my boyfriend first. Mm-hmm. I get that. I didn't feel that I was doing anything wrong. Me either. Of course, there is a little marketing involved, posting pictures of my feet or socks after work, showing off how sweaty my footprints are on the floor, etc., etc. My captions are never explicit. I have it stated on my profile that I'm only on Reddit to sell my socks. Oh shit, you do that on Reddit? Cool. Good to know. I've never hidden the fact that I am a happily taken woman. I do not show my face. I do not show my body. I do not chat with these guys explicitly. I just wait for one of them to ask me for my price list, and then if they end up sending money, I'll wear my socks for up to 5 days. I block all dudes who come in my DMs all pervy and gross. I shouldn't have told him, But I couldn't lie to him either when after a month he asked why I was going to the post office so often.
That's so funny.
Oh, honey, you doing an Etsy business? Yeah, kind of. I finally told him what had been going on. I tried to play it off and keep it light and focus on the monetary aspect of things. Despite showing him my profile and my inbox, he was upset. These guys, quote, these guys are getting off to your feet and it feels like I'm sharing you with these weirdo strangers and I hate it. I can't help but think about what they're doing when they sniff those socks. I mean, ew, dude, you don't have to think about that.
But also, men are jerking off to your girlfriend whether or not, like if
she's on Instagram?
If you're dating a woman in the world, someone else is jerking off to your girlfriend or wife.
That's beautiful.
That's just how it is.
It is the facts.
I don't know what to tell everybody.
Yeah. You just get over it. I love him dearly, more than any man I have ever loved before. There was a brief point earlier this year where we took too many psychedelic mushrooms together and I had the very tearful epiphany that I love him more than I wanted money. And if it truly caused him to feel badly, I would stop. So I stopped for about a month.
Yeah, because then
so
the
much
real
money.
world knocked again and you said, I'll really miss that money.
Yeah, dude.
So easy too.
Knowing how much money I wasn't receiving anymore from this extremely easy side hustle drove me a little crazy. I mean, it's driving me crazy thinking about you taking a break from this. When I was no longer tripping balls on mushrooms. Obviously, I do love him more than money, but it was all too easy to justify selling my socks again. I wear them, they get stinky, I sell them for $100. Tossing them in the washer at the end of a grueling 10-hour workday felt criminal. I know, you're tossing all that fucking money in the washer. So I started again, but I hid it from him. And then, because of how much I love him, hiding it felt super awful and heavy. So I confessed about selling my socks again. He was very disappointed and hurt about the hiding part.
I was going to say, I was like, the hiding made it worse.
That would be a bummer to me too if I were your boyfriend. But ultimately just told me, I don't want to hear about it, see it, or know about this sock thing if you're going to keep doing it. Just do what you're going to do, I guess. Okay. I'd be like, all right, thanks. Between January and December of last year, I made $7,000.
That's actually not that much money. That's an entire year of work.
Oh, it's an entire year. Oh, right.
You're making the way she wrote it. It sounds like it's a month, but this is 12 months.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
that's a great side hustle.
Yeah.
But like
takes care of your taxes or whatever.
Yeah.
I made $7,000 just from selling my stinky socks. $7,000 socks that I would have otherwise washed. It's a no-brainer to me, except for the damn fact that I love him. Ugh, love, right? It doesn't seem to bother him on the day-to-day, but every so often I can sense that maybe our connection isn't what it could be without the shadow of me selling my socks to strangers.
Are you making that up,
us.
though? Like, are you concocting that? Like, we tell ourselves stories. Like, is that true? I will say, I thought it was going to be more money than that for an entire year. I mean...
How often you go to the post office? I mean, $100 a pop plus shipping? They paying for shipping too?
I'm sure, yeah.
Up your prices.
Yeah.
And then take him out to dinner with some of your
I would
money.
like to see a 5-digit number for if you're like ruining a relationship.
Yeah. Also, too, I mean, we're not done the email, but like the fact that he has a foot fetish, it could mean extra to him that you're doing something with feet stuff, even if I completely understand you're not showing your face, you're not being sexual with the person at all. It's easy to go here and say, he shouldn't care, but... Feet are his,
That's like his thing.
He loves feet.
Yeah.
Am I being selfish, dumb bitch for continuing to sell my socks? Should I stop in the name of love? Please help me know what to do with this. I know he won't leave me over it or anything like that. Yeah, but if your bond ruptures, that fucking sucks for both of you. But I just get the sense that maybe he'd be happier if he didn't think I was selling my socks.
But there's a million things that our partners could do that would make us all happier.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to do them all.
Correct. Even though that $7,000 definitely paid for more than 2 trips we took and shows that we both attended this year. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you get basically like a sick vacation out of this. What do I do? Sincerely, a loyal fuck.
Well, I mean, you could stop paying for his tickets to things and then say, I can't afford it because that was the sock money.
There you go.
I mean, it's like if you were using the money to pay for things for him.
I think you guys need to have a deeper conversation about this. And it's not even like you're going to do what you're going to do. He's absolutely right. And I don't think he handled it terribly bad, especially given the fact that he loves your feet. And just
in general,
something special.
Yeah. When we love someone, you want to try to not do things that hurt
upset
them.
Yeah.
Especially things that you have control over, and you have control over this. I would need to know what your financial situation is. It
seems like you have a sick job.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, if you're like working, steel toe boots, you're doing kind of like stuff. I just feel like I was expecting to see a bigger number. Like if I'm putting my relationship, if I'm like, like as Krystyna said, rupturing my relationship a little bit, $7,000 just in today's society does not feel like enough money. But again, like, I don't know how much you make. I don't know where you live. I don't know what $7,000 means in your life. For me, for my decision, that would not be enough money.
No.
To cause a problem like that.
30K?
Now we're talking.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I want it to be I want it to be me making enough that it's like a part-time job.
Yeah.
Like it's like the salary of a part-time job.
Yeah. I mean, but also I'm sure like, with the women selling a stinky sock thing, like I feel like when you show your face, you probably make more money because they know whose sock it is. And
sure.
Blah, 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 which is not something you're willing to do. That's fine.
If you like write guys' names on your toenails, though, you can make a lot of money for that.
Well, then they don't have to see your face for that.
Make a lot of money from that.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I like how we're like,
see you next week.
We're like, don't stop, but make more money doing it. That's our solution.
I agree because I think that like both parties are happy.
Make it financially worth it to rupture the relationship.
Yeah,
is the solution here. That's not enough money to rupture a relationship.
Or, is there something that he wants in his day-to-day life? Like, is he a gamer? Does he do something? Does he have a hobby? And like, he could really use something. Buy it with the sock money. And then every time he uses it and loves it, he'll think of like, maybe this sock thing isn't so bad. But I think you need to have I want to get more out of him as to why he feels the way he feels. I think that'll just kind of give more clarity to both of you. And you can kind of get to like a deeper place with each other because you said earlier in the email, like you just feel like something's a little off. Yes, it could be in your head, but I don't know, man. If my boyfriend was doing something that I'm like, that's not okay. My energy is off until we figure that fucking shit out. And I'm petty and I'll be silent and stubborn. So
another solution is your boyfriend can give you $7,000 a year.
Oh.
Just write you a check. Just another thing I was thinking.
And you could do like quarterly payments.
Right, yeah.
You didn't have to do it all at once.
Wait. Let's break it down into a monthly payment.
$22K?
Yeah, like this is 7,000 divided by 12.
That's like 800.
$583.33 a month.
Some people are living paycheck to paycheck, and so I can see where that can be like a really beneficial amount of money per month.
For sure. Oh yeah, no, this is it's good extra just when you see the money for the entire year
like,
and you really look at it, you're like, is that enough?
Yeah.
But yeah, just tell them just tell them I'm happy to stop for one convenient monthly payment of $583.33.
Yeah. Invoice him.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's how you handle that.
Did that help?
See, I'd love to stop and all it's gonna cost.
For 12 measly payments of $583 a month, I'll stop going to the post office.
Yeah, it seems
we can all shut the fuck up.
We really solved that.
Yep.
You can hear me on Without a Country every Wednesday. I live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we talk about all the wonderful things that President Trump is doing for our nation. Really, it's just what a beautiful time to be alive. It's so peaceful. Everything's going well.
Everyone's kind.
All the promises he's made, he's making good on. It's really it's really just a beautiful time to be a human and just experience all the goodness that we're sharing with one another. So if you want to learn more about that, Without a Country, we're on YouTube, and we also have a Patreon if you want to get extra news stories every single week. It's patreon.com/withoutacountry. I hope you join me.
Yeah, and if you need some group therapy in your life without a licensed therapist, I got a Patreon as well. You can join for as little as $5 a month, and we just once a week shoot the shit and talk about stuff. These are really good conversations. So this last week, I had group therapy, and this woman shared a really interesting resource that I wanted to share on the podcast. It's called Amy Says, AIMEE. Says, SAYS.com. It's an AI chatbot. You can pay $20 a month. There's actually a lot of free resources. I've kind of been perusing their website last night. It's if you're in a relationship and you're experiencing emotional abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, whatever type of abuse in a relationship, you can, and they offer a free trial. Are you dealing with narcissism? It's a really interesting way to use AI to help people, because I think a lot of emails that we've received on the show is, my best friend is in this relationship with this fucking asshole loser who hits her and who calls her fat fuck or whatever, and all she will do is tell us about it, and sometimes friends cut that person off, and it's like, well, that fucking sucks. They need a resource, right? But it's also got to be frustrating being that friend, just hearing the same conversation in a hamster wheel. Amy says, seems like a really good place to kind of offload what's going on in your relationship if you're, it seems like you can confide. And it also helps you gather evidence. There's this really cool feature. Again, I haven't checked. I just checked out their website. But they have like binders and stuff. It's like a workflow type of thing, but for an abusive relationship. You can prepare legal hearings with structured evidence, organize and understand long-term patterns of abuse, explore and clarify specific incidents, identify themes, tactics, and behavior patterns. I always thought that was interesting because sometimes we tell people like, hey, write all this shit down if your partner's doing these things, and then go back and look and go, when you come to that point that you always come to of, should I leave this relationship? Now you actually have some evidence to assess your situation, honestly. This app seems like, or this chatbot, this AI chatbot seems like a good, seems like a good resource, something to look into. So it's amysays.com, and then sign up for my Patreon.
And then also, I almost forgot, because it's not officially, the ticket link isn't out yet, but hopefully it will be soon. It's going to be, I think, this week. So if you're in Arizona, specifically in or around Pima County, Arizona, I kind of was teasing like a municipal politics. I don't want to say tour because it's not a tour yet, but we are basically, Pima County, Arizona is going to be the testing ground for this new municipal politics thing that hopefully I'll be going from Democratic club to Democratic club all around the nation, and raising funds for specific local Democratic clubs, and then basically hosting town halls that are super fun. It's going to tentatively called Pageant to the People, and we will have different municipal elected officials in your area. So the mayor, city council members, things like that. They'll be on stage, and like a town hall, the constituents can come and ask questions to all these elected officials to see what they're doing to make communities better. But they will also be performing talents, a la, America's Got Talent, to make there be a reason. It'll be fun. Like your mayor comes and talks to you about the things that they're doing for your community, but also sings, what's love got to do with it? I don't know. I thought it would be fun. You got to get people in those seats, and there'll also be a ton of resources, obviously like voter registration. And then if you are interested in running for municipal office, there will also be support to do that as well. I think a lot of people don't know that their local Democratic club often has resources to support young candidates. And when I say young, I don't even mean like young like you're 22. It could be young like you are just young in politics. You could be 50 years old and be interested in serving your community. And that to me is a young politician. So ticket link will be up. Just make sure you're following me on Instagram at philanthropygal, and I'll get all that information. But yeah, heads up, Pima County, Arizona. I will be there. That's February 21st, I think. And it'll be at Club Congress. So that is what's up. Also, some fun news. So I read this on the Heritage Foundation, which is the people behind Project 2025, as we know. What they're busy with this week is they are urging lawmakers to eliminate no-fault divorce. So just, making it harder for people to get, I thought that kind of was interesting with talking about abusive relationships. So, part of what Heritage Foundation wants to do is, in their words, they want to like salvage relationships and salvage family life.
Yeah, they want to chain women to a fucking radiator, metaphorically.
But this is from Scary Mommy's Instagram. They're the ones who kind of summarized it. It said last week, right-wing political group, the Heritage Foundation, published a report titled Saving America by Saving the Family, a foundation for the next 250 years. In the report, they assert that with no-fault divorce laws in place, a person who is no longer feeling it can unilaterally end a marriage, noting that divorce rates spiked after no-fault policies were adopted. Instead, they say divorces should be legally harder to exit. They argue that the increased risk of marriages being ended unilaterally likely dissuades many people from getting married in the first place. Their policy proposals include changing alimony statuses, which would reduce the financial incentive to leave a marriage where major breaches of a couple's vows, such as infidelity, abuse, or abandonment, are not present. Create public scorecards for family court judges detailing the percentage of their rulings that award 50-50 custody, case length, and more. Governors, private donors, and family foundations could provide commendations and financial awards for couples every decade they remain married.
Ew,
So
dude.
really crazy shit
Thirsty.
going on. And I highly, not, again, I don't like to fearmonger, but I just do think, and I said this 1,000 times on Without a Country. When Project 2025 came out, no matter what Donald Trump said, it was so clear that that's exactly what they were going to be using as the playbook for this term. And they are doing that. And so please do not say, oh, the Heritage Foundation is not going to do that. The Heritage Foundation has no power. These groups like the Heritage Foundation, very well funded and very well organized. Say whatever you want about Republicans. They are organized and mobilized. I know there's a lot of infighting with them lately, but they have a plan and they're all sticking to it in a way that the left fails to, because we like to nitpick. They have a pretty clear, larger vision for what they want for the country, and they are doing it. So just keep this in mind with, just everything you do, and don't be like, oh, well, it can never happen to me, or I never live in a place, or I'm never going to get stuck in that. Just like keep this shit in mind.
Yo, this is going to turn into the fucking purge. I swear to God. It's I'm glad I brought up a gas mask off Amazon. It's insane.
How much was it? Are they
question.
like
Wait, I'll tell you.
expensive? Like hundreds?
No, it wasn't too bad. It's pretty diesel. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like. 'Cause it has like two of the, and it covers the full face. It's like a suction cup to the full face.
Right.
Your orders, and I also got like masks. Okay, so it's this. That one.
That's actually very cute.
Yeah, it's super cute. It's kind of like Burning Man themed or whatever. It was
like $100.
$100.
Nice.
Okay, that was a little more than I thought, but it was the cheaper of the ones.
Honestly, I wanted it to be 100 feels right. Anything less than that feels like
is it gonna work?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want, my eyes are very sensitive, and like I don't want my contacts getting fused to my fucking face while I'm just trying.
Well, that's literally, we were talking off air, like that's literally the world that we're living in right now. Krystyna bought a gas mask, and I was seriously researching bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
Because, I want to go out to
be
these
prepared.
These things are both illegal. Bulletproof vests are illegal in New York City.
which is kind of fucked up.
Well, it's like, because they're worried of like people like committing crimes and stuff, but it also does feel it's like, okay, well, it's like, well, then
Shoot in the leg then.
when the SWAT team's out, they definitely have bulletproof vests on.
Yeah.
And those are the people that I'm wearing. I'm wearing a bulletproof vest to protect myself from people who are wearing bulletproof vests. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a bulletproof vest because I'm scared of other New Yorkers.
No, my God, that's the last person I'm fucking scared of.
Yeah, no, that's not.
And we're tough.
That's not the problem here.
Yo, that fucking woman whose entire family, there was a tear gas canister thrown underneath her minivan, and her fucking 6-month-old that's what made me get the fucking mask, because I'm like, yo, that is, oh, that poor woman. I hope somebody made a GoFundMe for her. I'll donate to it. It's so insane, but it's like, all right, well, you either freak out or you go, how can I be more prepared, and how can I fucking help?
Kristi Noem was on the news, and the reporter asked about Jonathan Ross, and she was like, don't say his name. Like, don't dox him. And then everyone was like, definitely continue to say his name, and always, because they're going to bury this and try to protect him.
Yeah.
And not only are they going to try to avoid anything legally happening to him, they are now trying to prosecute Renee Good's partner, her wife.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
God bless.
God, Jesus fucking Christ, what a time to be alive. And I have to believe, like, we definitely chose this fucked up time to be alive. I remember I was trying to find that video, I think it was of 2016, of that
was a great year for us.
It was a great year.
I looked at a lot of stuff.
We were in LA and we were eating the French fries when Trump won. That was 2016, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
When Hillary lost?
Yeah, because I
was trying to find that video.
One of the main pictures of 2016, before I found the girls' audition that I wanted to post of us, was the selfie that every millennial woman took of her crying when Hillary lost. And I had a picture of me crying in my Hillary shirt in the Airbnb that we were staying at. And I said, 2016 overall was a great year for us personally and professionally. World. But man,
not a good year for the world. I mean, it was the beginning of the end. And it's so funny. Who the fuck brought this up? Somebody brought this up in a comedic sense. But that the dinner that they have where they make fun of the president. That year they were making fun of Obama. I think it was Seth Meyers hosted the what's the one that Michelle Wolf hosted?
Yeah, I know
the
exactly.
Correspondent, the correspondent dinner.
The correspondent dinner. Yeah.
And then when they made fun of Trump before he was considering running for president, and I saw like a clip of that moment, and you see it in his fucking eyes.
He probably decided right then and there to run.
Did. I swear to God, I saw it happening in his eyes. I'm like, that motherfucker plays the long game.
I'll show them.
He does what he says he's going to do.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, do we want to start with something silly or something about male sexual identity? I just want to read this one quote of The Will to Change, Bell Hooks. I'm going to be talking about it because it's a fucking great book. This is a very interesting part that I think is very related to our podcast. I'm just going to jump around here, but I thought it was very interesting. And then we have Johnny on the third mic today because Eric's out of town. So please feel free to step in here, Johnny. I would be remiss if I did not ask the one man in the room.
Johnny's a
how
real
he
thinker.
thinks. Yeah, I know you are. I got that vibe from you, Johnny. All right, no matter how many men in our nation are celibate or only have occasional sexual experiences, people still believe that sex is something men have to have. Underlying this assumption is the belief that if men are not sexually active, they will act out or go crazy. This is why male-on-male sexual violence is accepted in our nation's prisons. This is why rape, whether date rape, marital rape, or stranger rape, is still not deemed a serious crime. This is why the rape of children, this book was written in 2004, by the way. This is why the rape of children, especially when conducted by mild-mannered, nice men, is allowed. If this were not so...
Nice.
Yeah, but like their image.
Yes.
I imagine Jeffrey Epstein's image to the public when he wasn't raping children was a nice guy. If this were not so, celebrities accused of sexually abusing children would no longer be cultural icons. This assumption that he's got to have it underlies much of our culture's acceptance of male sexual violence. It is why many people continue to believe that anyone who is raped may have asked for it by seductive dress or behavior, no matter how many times television programs have aired the facts about sexual violence. Males, whether gay or straight, learn early on in life that one of the primary rewards offered to them for obedience to patriarchal thought and practice is the right to dominate females sexually. Sex is where many men act out because it is the only social arena where patriarchal promise of domination can be easily realized. Without these perks, masses of men might have rebelled against patriarchy long ago. Little boys, this is the interesting part, and this, Johnny, I want to hear your thoughts on, because I never thought about how, when you're a child, everybody has genitals, everybody has a vagina or a penis, one of the two you're born with, and how your parents react to your body. I never thought about that with guys. I always thought about that with the girl because I am a girl. Little boys learn early in life that sexuality is the ultimate proving ground where their patriarchal masculinity will be tested. They learn early that sexual desire should not be freely expressed and that females will try to control male sexuality. For boys, this issue of control begins with the mother's response to his penis. Usually, she does not like it and she does not know what to do with it. Her discomfort with his penis communicates that there is something inherently wrong with it. She does not communicate to the boy child that his penis is wonderful, special, and marvelous, which, that wasn't the exact message I got about my vagina, but it was more like, your body's beautiful. And I'm like, I guess boys don't get that when they're young. The same fear of the boy's penis is commonly expressed by fathers who simply do not concern themselves with educating boys about their bodies. Sadly, unenlightened approaches to child abuse lead many parents to fear celebration of their child's body, especially the boy body, which may respond to playful physical closeness with an erection. Which made me think of the stories you've told before, Corinne. And I'm like,
my brother's like, please stop telling these stories.
But like that is a story. That's like, if you're in a good mood or something exciting's happening that has nothing to do with sexuality, you can get an erection. And I'm like, that's lovely. I think that's really sweet.
Well, I think it happens to my boy dog. Doesn't it happen to your boy dog?
Yeah, he just humps.
Yeah. Well,
he does get erections when I come home.
Yeah, my dog won't even he does hump sometimes, but like sometimes just like when someone he really likes comes over, he'll get an erection.
Comes out. Yeah. In patriarchal culture, everyone is encouraged to see the penis, even the penis of a small boy, as a potential weapon. This is the psychology of rape culture. Boys learn that they should identify with the penis and the potential pleasure erections will bring, while simultaneously learning to fear the penis as though it were a weapon that could backfire, rendering them powerless, destroying them. Hence, the underlying message boys receive about sexual acts is that they will be destroyed if they are not in control, exercising power. And the last sentence I'm going to read. The boy learns as well that females are the enemy when it comes to the satisfaction of sexual desire. They are the group that will impose on the boy the need to repress his sexual longings. And yet to prove his manhood, he must dare to move past repression and engage in sexual acts.
Interesting.
Now, Johnny, what'd your mom think of your penis as a child?
Don't you love filling in?
This is great.
Yeah. Was there an attitude about your penis? Because I feel like even as a little girl, when a boy's penis would come, if we're playing on the trampoline and it would come out, we're kids, everyone would go, ew, gross.
I can't even remember anything being mentioned, but I had very waspy parents, so it was kind of anything sexual
doesn't get talked about.
Just vulgar.
Did your parents actually educate you on like, hey, you're going to approach this age where you're going to get an erection? That's what this is. All that stuff. Do parents teach their boys about that?
I don't think I got any of that from my parents, but you figure it out with your friends at school and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figuring out's tough though. It's like, it would be nice if you got
It's pretty
good
simple.
guidance.
I mean, it's either up or down.
I feel like a lot of guys I talked to, though, when they first got an erection or they first had an orgasm, they were so freaked. They were freaked the fuck out. Was that the case with you?
When
you first had an orgasm? Were you like, what? Am I broken?
Yeah. I thought something was kind of wrong.
Yeah.
It was like, climbing the ropes too high in gym class or something. It was just like, oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
but it feels good, and then you still think something like is wrong.
There's this weird I had this weird nostalgic kind of sadness. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, they kind of
Like a homesickness?
a little bit. Yeah.
I've heard people describe us having a sadness after they
It was
come
kind of like
for
my
sure.
childhood's over or something.
Oh, the loss of innocence.
That's how I felt when I got my
period.
period.
Same.
Yeah.
That's why when I got boobs, I was like, no, go back in. No.
Yeah, no, I cried when I got my period because I was just like, oh man, I just knew
the end of the
adulthood
road.
was going to be a real pain in my ass.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah, it is.
I like being an adult, but I also is also a pain in the ass though.
Yeah. It's not great. There's a lot of boring tasks.
Oh, damn.
Dude. Okay, now let's switch to vaginas because Jesus Christ, there's a new gym in my neighborhood. It's a very fancy gym. It's been being built for a long time, and I've been just eagerly awaiting. I joined a month ago. There is a locker room in that gym, and in that locker room, there is a steam room and a sauna. Uh-huh. Okay, so I go in both. I fucking love. I love hot temperatures. It feels like I'm in the womb because I don't have a bathtub in my apartment. I just have a shower, so it's really nice. But there's this thing. So in the steam room, everyone's great. We wear the towel. You go in, you get steam, you leave. The sauna. Every time I've gone into that sauna, I have seen something that I'm like, huh? Okay. First time I walked in, there's two women in there. One fully clothed in the sauna. Both of them were on their phone. And I'm like, gals, is it that important? Why the fuck would you bring your phone into a sauna?
There's not a sign that says don't do that?
No. But
really?
Just how do you navigate your life when you're the type of person to take the phone into a sauna?
It's also going to shut off at a certain point. You can't take hot temperatures.
I mean, I would think.
Yeah.
But just put the fucking phone down. And I've always had this man, my heart really goes out to the younger generations who did not get to grow up and to go to middle school and high school without social media. Millennials were the last ones. And let me tell you,
that's why middle school was so fun.
I loved middle school and I loved high school.
Great.
Because we were actually interacting with each other. I cannot imagine how that must be now. But oh my God, taking your phone into the fucking sauna? Are you kidding me, bitch? No one needs to be that busy. Your life has gone deeply awry if you are taking your phone into the sauna. Fucking put it in your locker and close your eyes and just shut the fuck up. I didn't say anything, of course. I'm not that
That's what I think it is. I think it's like COVID syndrome where people really can't spend a moment quietly by themselves.
Insane to me.
Yeah.
And then this last time I went into the sauna, there was a woman, so it's like a little L shape. So you walk in and there's a little place you could sit to the left, and then there's a longer hallway, not really, to the right. There was a woman just pussy out, spread eagle birth position. She was lying on the bench.
What?
I mean, and I saw through the door because it's not the steam room, so the door doesn't get foggy, so you can kind of see in. And I was like, is that what I think it is? And I was like, I mean, I'm gonna go in. I want to go in. I don't fucking care. It's not a 1-person sauna. It's like a 6-person sauna. She had her pussy. I saw all the holes. And then I was like, the only place for me to sit was directly like if I was catching the baby. Like if I was the doctor catching the baby. And I go, well, clearly she's gonna change the way she's
No, this was a
sitting.
tactic so she could get the sauna to herself, I think.
I mean, she had it to herself, so maybe that was why. But I was like, what the fuck? And I sat there and I just looked and all I did was just kind of making a little bit of noise to go, I can see your urethra, ma'am. She did not move. She did not move at all. She was awake. It wasn't like she was napping.
What age are we talking?
I think she was like a hot 28-year-old or something.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of booty models that go to this
But
gym.
the really
very
unabashed nudity is
older.
Is usually older because I was like, I experienced that a ton working at Oasis.
Spa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, I don't want to see your asshole. I mean, whatever. She has the right. It's fine. And I wasn't like disturbed by it, but I was just like, wow, you don't give a fuck. A little impressed. But I just sat there on the receiving end of her holes, not that far, like maybe 2 feet away. Truly not that far away. And she didn't budge. And she had no headphones in. There was no phone. So that's good, I guess. But goddamn, was she trying to sun her cervix in the sauna. And I was like, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And she was a young chick.
I don't even it doesn't even feel good. Like, I don't love having my pussy out. Boobs out feels like fun and good.
Yeah.
Pussy out,
I don't know. Sit on a thing. I mean, she was sitting on a towel.
I know, because I'm not.
She did not move, and I left.
Very comfortable nude, but and so I know sometimes people are oh, just not comfortable. I'm like, no, I'm comfortable, but I gotta be honest. What people in the changing room at the gym when they're just spending too much time pussy out. I go,
so that's the other thing I want to talk about.
What are we dilly-dallying about here?
Yeah.
There's just not, the underwear should be coming on pretty quickly. I
would think. You would think, right? And now,
I know you don't want to put your pussy wet from the shower, but that's what towels are for.
You dry it, and then you put that pussy back in those underwear.
It's just not. There shouldn't be that much lag time.
Yeah, no, there should not. And then it made me I haven't been in a locker room scenario in a long time.
Yeah, and I go to New York Sports Club. The locker room ain't nice.
Really?
You don't want your pussy really out. I mean, you gotta put your pussy away. I would say put your pussy away ASAP in that locker room. It's not a nice locker room.
This locker room is gorgeous. It's very nice. The mirrors are beautiful, and they're all backlit and whatever. But there's a lot of women. So it also made me. It reminded me, because I haven't been in the locker room scenario. I'm so not comfortable being even a little bit naked in a locker room at all, ever. I change. I face my tits face the locker, and I don't want anybody seeing me. It's so weird.
Oh, I don't change
that's so weird.
In the locker room. I arrive in I don't shower at the gym or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, when you go to the sauna, the steam room and stuff, I'm like, I want to be just in a towel.
Yeah, New York Sports Club doesn't offer that. They say, we'll blow on you if you want.
You want a toenail? It's not ours.
No, they do have a sauna, but I don't, I don't know what happens in there. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not fancy.
Yeah. But yeah, pussy out in the sauna. I just, I know it's a girls' locker room, but
yeah, it's not. It's not about that.
You could have had all your holes exposed to the wall, and you chose not to.
Right.
You chose not to.
Right.
It's just what's that about?
Interesting. Fascinating.
Yeah. Do you know what's also fascinating?
Today's guest.
Yeah.
This
Did you have anything else you wanted to?
No, this was a good conversation. I hadn't seen Jordan in a while. It was nice to see him.
Oh my God. Yeah, we kind of broke our man ban, our unofficial man. We just haven't had a guy on the show.
We didn't announce it. We had this whole plan that we were gonna make a big thing and well, honestly, just because you guys seem to whenever we ask you guys who do you want to see on the show, you don't ever suggest men, and certainly not straight men. Every now and then you'll suggest like some gay guys.
Yeah.
Or like a super, or you'll say like Timothy Chalamet, and then we'll say we can't get him.
No shit. I want him to come on too.
Timothy Chalamet just this week posted Kylie Jenner on his Instagram for the first time, so I don't think he's coming on the show.
He should though. But we had a really great conversation, and this was really worth breaking the man ban because this is the kind of straight guy who's like, the way he thinks and the way he is in the world and the way he interrogates himself is like what I wish for all men. I think that men especially are going to get a lot from this episode because he wrote a book that is coming out on February 10th. It's called Chore Play, the marriage-saving magic of getting your head out of your ass. I'm so happy for you to listen to this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show,
Jordan Carlos.